You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Thank you so much for joining us here at 6 a.m. on this Wednesday, halfway through the week here. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Nada Irampour. And for many of you getting ready this morning, you want to know what to wear, perhaps. First day of school for some. Meteorologist Evan Irani joining us. I mean, every day I'm always at awe of what my daughter picks out to wear. Not always weather appropriate.
Right.
But it's fun to see their creativity.
Yes, exactly. They should be getting creative.
The biggest water bottle I could find for him, too. Just filled it up. Because I know at recess time,
it gets pretty hot out there. We're holding on to hot temperatures for this afternoon. That's going to be the case for pretty much the afternoons to come today. And then beginning tomorrow, we'll really notice that cool down. We are cooler today than yesterday, but I mean, still culminating to 90s across our inland valleys. Mountains are going for the low 90s this afternoon, 80 this afternoon along the coastline. If you look at visibility out the door, there are a couple spots where it's reduced just slightly. So we're down to about 6 miles of it in Oceanside, 5 at Brownfield. Coming up, we'll talk more about the cool down on the way and the subsequent warm up that comes after. Back to you.
New this morning, a car somehow lost control overnight and crashed into a building in the East Village. Look at all the wreckage here. Happened just before 3 a.m. in the 600 block of Island Avenue. It's not clear how many people were hurt in this, but we can see one person there being taken into an ambulance. We are working right now to gather more information on this. And this morning, all lanes are back open at State Route 94 following a deadly crash last night. It happened just before 8 in the westbound lanes near the 15 and South Park. The California Highway Patrol says a driver led officers on a chase on the southbound 15. At one point, the driver lost control and crossed all traffic lanes of the 94 before hitting a guardrail. The driver died. A part of the freeway was shut down most of the night, but again, has since reopened.
Right now, police are looking for a man who tried to rob a jewelry store in Rancho Bernardo before the owner scared him off. It happened yesterday in the afternoon on Bernardo Center Drive. Police say the suspect smashed 2 display cases with a hammer and grabbed some jewelry. Police say the store owner came out with a gun and fired it into the ceiling. So the suspect ran away. Police only have a vague description at this point. Call Crime Stoppers if you know anything about this. And now an alarming new report this morning from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security.
The Inspector General says Immigration and Customs Enforcement has lost track of thousands of unaccompanied migrant children. CBS 8's Regina Yerita live near the border now with these details. Regina?
Yeah, guys, and I think the concern here is really that stunning number being released by the Inspector General with the Department of Homeland Security. It says how the U.S. government has failed to handle cases involving unaccompanied minors, saying that many of them have not shown up to their court hearings. These immigration hearings are sometimes the only way to check on minors and make sure that they're safe. But according to the report, more than 32,000 migrant children failed to appear for their immigration court hearings from 2019 to 2023, and ICE was not able to locate them. The Inspector General adds that because there is no way to check on them, many of these children are at a higher risk for trafficking, exploitation, or forced labor. The report also cites multiple challenges for ICE, including staffing, which can limit officers' time and ability to check the location or immigration case status of migrants. Resource constraints also impact their ability to issue notices to all minors after their release. So the DHS is now calling on the U.S. government to take urgent action to ensure the safety of unaccompanied migrant children in the United States. But back out here, I did reach out to ICE this morning for comment as far as the recent report being released, but we have yet to hear back with our request to an interview. That's the latest here in San Ysidro. I'll send this back to you.
Regina, thank you for the details on that. And now, new this morning, smoking inside homes in Carlsbad will officially be banned. Last night, City Council gave final approval to an ordinance that will ban all types of smoking inside and outside multi-unit apartment and condo buildings. This would apply to tobacco, cannabis, and vaping products. The city says the goal is to help prevent disabilities and deaths caused by secondhand and third-hand smoke. The ban takes effect January 1st.
That's rapper Lil Jon performing at the Democratic National Convention last night. It happened during a ceremonial roll call, which ended with California, where Vice President Kamala Harris is from.
California, we proudly cast our 482 votes for the next president, Kamala
Harris symbolically accepted the nomination. You saw Governor Gavin Newsom there. Today, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz will formally accept the nomination for vice president. Former President Bill Clinton is also set to take the stage tonight. Yesterday, former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama spoke and criticized former President Donald Trump.
Do not need 4 more years of bluster and bumbling and chaos. America's ready for a better story. We are ready for a President Kamala Harris.
Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Coach Walz and me to be the next.
Harris will formally accept the presidential nomination tomorrow. Meantime, former President Donald Trump says there could be a spot for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in his administration. This comes after RFK Jr.'s running mate said the independent candidate is considering ending his presidential bid and endorsing Trump. Trump also downplayed the possibility, of backlash if he offers the role due to Kennedy's previous progressive positions. Well, this morning, nearly 35,000 students going back into the classroom in the Poway Unified School District.
The scramble is likely on already in some houses. It's the county's 3rd largest district, and CBS 8's Chris Groh live at Poway High School, where students will start showing up later this morning. Chris, what's going on?
Yeah, good morning, and it is promising to be a pretty special first day of school. We're here at Poway High School, but of course we know that there are going to be kids of all ages that will be starting their first day of school today. But we like to focus on the high schoolers because it's that incoming freshman class who sort of has that big step here, right? This is their last first step, if you will, in this pre-college journey, this educational journey, and Poway Unified loves to make sure that they are feeling special on their first day. They have these freshman pep rallies, not even an orientation. They call them pep rallies, where they will have senior leaders come back early here for the first day of school, get the school area ready to celebrate and to help these freshmen navigate their first day of school. But also something else that Poway Unified is going to be celebrating this year are the fact that they have several schools celebrating anniversaries, milestones. Mount Carmel High School, Black Mountain Middle School, and Sunset Hills Elementary School are going to be celebrating 50 years. Meadowbrook Middle is going to be celebrating 60 years. And then you have Design 39 campus at Forest Ranch going to be hitting that 10-year mark. So you have several schools that are going to be celebrating milestones, anniversaries. But the one thing that they all have in common is that today is the first day of school, and their interim superintendent has this message for all students.
I'm more hopeful, actually, about this year ahead. I sense that our staff have returned rested in a way that they haven't been the last couple of summers. I think our students are returning also in a state where they're more ready to learn than perhaps they were the last couple of summers.
Yeah, because the last couple of summers we were dealing not just with the pandemic, but navigating the impact of that. Of course, everything from online learning to other ways of trying to navigate everything that was going on. And what we're hearing, not just from schools, but also from other industries and other things that are going on after summer, is that this is sort of the first time that people are feeling like, hey, we're finally back to normal. This was a normal summer. We're going to have a normal school year as best as we can. So today, the first day, let's celebrate that. Eric and Netta.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you very much, Chris.
Oh, yeah, we got all the backpacks all set, the lunch boxes, the outfits. You guys remember
it's a fun time. Yes,
those days, the
of course.
first day of school?
Yeah, it was
lay
always
them out.
exciting. I know. I always had like 5 outfits. So I was like, all right, got to narrow this down to one. But then you can kind of strategize. Yeah, how you want each day to look.
Strategize which haircut they were going to do yesterday. Goes into
Haircut,
that now middle school.
I got my haircut yesterday, and there was a long line of kids.
Students,
I was like, okay, I
Yeah.
understand what's going on here. First day of school, of course. Fog is inundating the coast up around North County. That's the biggest issue that we have this morning. Oceanside's at 6 miles, Brownfield's at 5 miles. This is not a huge issue because we know that these numbers can drop down to this about 1 mile or less range. So 6 miles is all right, 5 miles, same down in Brownfield. But the message is just that this morning has that cloud cover, whereas yesterday morning did not. Ridge of high pressure moves to the southeast over the next several days. That ridge is what's been bringing us these hot temperatures. We broke a record in Ramona yesterday. Temperatures were trending about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal. As it keeps pushing south, this trough of low pressure does so as well, and that will allow for it to pull that cooler air with it and for our temperatures to slide. We'll have a slip in temperatures. Daytime highs will be peaking 5 to 10 degrees cooler than usual by the time we get to your Friday and your Saturday. So you can plan that in to how you're working with your outfits this week, because today could still be the t-shirt and the shorts. You can start to incorporate maybe the thicker t-shirts, but still, I mean, we're only going for the low 80s inland by the time we get to Friday afternoon. In some cases, upper 70s. 73 this afternoon for La Jolla, 84 for La Mesa, 90 for Santee and El Cajon. We'll take you up to North County, 78 for Carlsbad, 73 for Encinitas, 87 for San Marcos, and 90 for Escondido and Poway this afternoon. A lot of the 90s that we have for this afternoon will start to leave us beginning tomorrow. We'll have much more 80s on the screen than 90s by tomorrow afternoon. 85 for Mount Laguna, 90 for Alpine, and 89 for Julian. Let's check in on traffic. It's been, so far, a very quiet start to the morning, but we have been checking in on just this one spot on the map. 15 northbound, looks like, to Rancho Bernardo Road. That's blocked with a stalled car. I'll send things. Oh, let's take a look at border wait times. 110-minute wait at San Ysidro Port of Entry, nearly 2 hours it'll take you. O10 Mesa Port of Entry, hour and a half. Over to you.
All right, Evan, thank you for that. And still, that's meth, not a watermelon. The drug bust at our border.
Plus, why a dive team is helping with a construction project, and how the county can help you protect your home from wildfires.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Swipe into end of summer fun with a new Toyota. Staycation.
Now get an incredible $339 a month lease on a new 4x4 Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places.
The experienced technicians at Rescue Rooter are ready to solve all of your drain problems. Take advantage of our 99 or it's free mainline drain clearing special. If we can't clear it, you don't pay for it. Call 866-482-2990 to schedule your appointment.
How scary is this? Unlike monsters in the movies, termites are real monsters that eat our homes, but they can be contained if you call my friends at Extermite. Extermite uses a powerful orange oil product called XT2000 Orange Oil Plus to knock down monster termites. Your family and pets get to stay home too while the Extermite team does their work. Get a free termite inspection by calling Extermite at 800-955-2189.
A breath of fresh air for your home. The new Mariko collection from Living Spaces brings the serenity and versatility of modern Scandinavian style to every room. Designed and developed as part of the Essentials line, which captures trends of the moment, these exclusive pieces are unique in their mixed material construction and functional, intentional details. By combining natural wood, textural rattan, and warm vegan leather, you get to experience one-of-a-kind beauty. Discover the magic of Mariko only at Living Spaces.
Living Spaces.
Update your floors with no interest for 12 months with Empire today. Getting new floors for your whole house has never been easier. That's no interest for 12 months on carpet, hardwood, tile, vinyl, and laminate, as many rooms as you want. With no interest for 12 months, you can enjoy the floors of your dreams today. Schedule your free in-home estimate at EmpireToday.com and enjoy no interest for 12 months.
800-588-2300-EMPIRE.
Today. The experienced technicians at Rescue Rooter are ready to solve all of your drain problems. Take advantage of our 99 or it's free mainline drain clearing special. If we can't clear it, you don't pay for it. Call 866-482-2990 to schedule your...
Welcome back here at 6:14 on this Wednesday. This morning, people in Oceanside are blaming military ships after finding this medical waste that washed up along the shore. Janice Jones with the Surfrider Foundation showed us what she and volunteers discovered last week: 2 bags worth of expired IV bags and catheter equipment. Authorities confirmed the waste is not biohazardous. She tells us she's frustrated someone would even think to dump this in the ocean.
To think that it may have been dumped offshore as a way to get rid of it, again, is shocking, and I can't believe that happened.
The Surfrider Foundation and Oceanside lifeguards collected the trash. No other medical-related trash has been located since then. And look at this. These are not real watermelons. Probably no surprise when you look at it real closely, right? California Border Patrol says they found $5 million worth of meth disguised as these watermelons. They were seized last Friday at the Otay Mesa commercial facility. CBP says a man driving a commercial tractor trailer was stopped for further examination. Officers uncovered more than 1,200 drug packages wrapped in paper disguised as watermelons. The driver was turned over to Homeland Security.
Take it.
Well, that is the sound coming from the new lower voltage tasers San Diego police officers will soon be using. They tell us the new tasers use 1,000 volts, which is significantly less than the current tasers that use 50,000 volts. The new tasers also have the ability to automatically start an officer's body-worn camera using Bluetooth.
10 darts in this device instead of 2. So the officers will have essentially 10 chances to use this device. Not only that, the distance of this device is up to 45 feet versus 21 feet for the old device.
The department plans to purchase 2,000 of the new tasers, costing nearly $10 million over the next 5 years. That breaks down to $1,000 per taser per year. They expect widespread deployment of the tasers by the fall.
A major project is underway right now to help ease congestion in Carlsbad. The goal is to replace the aging Bataquitos Bridge with a new double-track one. Before construction can begin, though, Sandag needs to ensure they are protecting species that live in the water there, so they're sending divers for research.
We have permits with every resource agency you can imagine, and we're all doing what we can to protect the sensitive resources and minimize our impacts.
Yeah, she's a biologist with Caltrans. The estimated cost of the project, $165 million. The track is part of the Los Angeles, San Diego, San Luis Obispo Coastal Rail Corridor, which Sandag says is the second busiest intercity passenger rail line in the U.S. Construction expected to be complete in 2028. And now this morning, County Fire and CAL FIRE working to protect homes in the Dulzura area through the California Wildfire Mitigation Program. This program provides resources to harden homes against wildfires. So the work is intended to help vulnerable communities along with low and moderate income households. Dulzura residents can currently apply for this program. Applications will open in the future for residents in Potrero and Campo. The county said the program could also expand to other areas in the future. So to harden the homes, basically providing that defensible space for them, make sure there's no brush all around.
Absolutely. Going to be a hot one here today again, but Evan, we're going to start to cool down a bit in the county. Yes, depends on where you're at.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're along the coast, we've been enjoying this mild stretch for quite a while. We did make it to the low 80s yesterday in most of our coastal communities. But as we make our way inland, 90s and even triple digits is what we hit yesterday. Yesterday, Ramona made it to 102. We'll talk about that in a second, but want to point out what we see along the coastline. Partly cloudy conditions continue all the way through the next several hours. By the time we get to midday, we'll start to see those clouds break apart. 70 degrees over the next couple hours or so, trending in the upper 70s by about 11 a.m., and then good chance of us hitting the low 80s by the time we get to the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine expected. Yesterday, Ramona made it to 102. That was the hottest August 20th on record, breaking the 100-degree record set back in 1982. These are daily records that are kept, but still just goes to show that for this mid to late August stretch, we typically would not be this hot. We were trending yesterday about 5 to 10 degrees above average. By the time we get to Saturday, we're going to be trending 5 to 10 degrees below average. So this daily drop in temperatures is expected. 90 this afternoon, 86 by tomorrow, 83 by Friday, and then our lowest point will be Saturday, where we expect our afternoon highs to be right around 82, maybe even cooler in some spots of the county. Coastline, for example, will easily only make it to about the mid-70s by the time we get to the end of this week. 78 this afternoon for Carlsbad. So again, there are many coastal communities that are still hanging out in the 70s for the afternoon hours. 83 up in Oceanside, 80 for San Diego, 90 for Poway. Many of these spots that have 90 for this afternoon, Escondido, Poway, El Cajon, Alpine, those are going to be gone tomorrow. So we'll drop down to the 80s by tomorrow. Ramona will likely still hold on to the 90s, though. There are a couple eastern valleys, for example, that will still stay in that range. We drop along the coast down to about 73 degrees by Friday and Saturday, warming up just a hair by the beginning of next week. Inland valleys see a nearly 10-degree temperature drop. We're going to be averaging the upper 80s and low 90s along our inland valleys, dropping down to the low 80s by Friday and Saturday, warming up just slightly by the beginning of next week. Mountains and deserts have a lot of sunshine, very comfortable stretch of weather here for the end of the week. Deserts will have a one afternoon where we'll make it to only the double digits, 99 degrees, as opposed to the trend of triple digits that we've been working with.